Hi, here I am in post-production, and I'm showing you the result of having done some editing already. I told you how, take a snapshot at get rid of the boring part. I took out a lot of my mistakes, but you can see the evidence of them here. If you can see down here on the taskbar, the timeline rather, you'll see that there are a lot of rips in the recording. Here's the first recording that I did. Now what I did was actually I was going to move directly from the first set of slides, which was just the first couple slides, into recording the editor session, and then just keep on recording and go back to the slides. But I completely forgot in my excitement for the topic and going through the slides, I just walked right over my opportunity to do that. So I recorded all the slides, and then I recorded the editor session separately. Now, unfortunately, I didn't really cleanly break at that slide where I wanted to insert this. So the inserting was kind of a challenge, and I used a transition to kind of clean that up. So let's look at a little of these editing things here. The first is, notice the number of errors here. There's probably, I'm showing the entire timeline. It's 13 minutes and 49 seconds long. And you can see that there must be, 20 or 30 edits here that I've made to the entire thing, chopping out ums or, there's another one I've got to get. Chopping those out and, just doing cleanup stuff. And then I have these transitions here between the slides and the text file that I'm editing. And we can actually watch the transition here occur, and I think we can even hear maybe. And that was the transition from one to the other. And I just put that in there by going to transitions. I used a cube rotate, and I dragged it, and I dropped it right down where I wanted the transition, and it occurred. So that was simple to do, to splice these two scenes together. And then I just did another splice, another cube rotate at the end, going back into my slides. So that was pretty much it. It's just a little bit of cleanup and a couple transitions and gluing some stuff together. And I've got a lecture. And now I've got a second lecture on how I made the first lecture. So I can't think of what more to say. I've got the whole course here to show you how to work the editor. So you've kind of seen the entire process now of how I create a lecture. To create this, I laid it out in PowerPoint because it was primarily a PowerPoint presentation, or at least I laid out the PowerPoint parts, and I made a separate slide with a title for each major topic I wanted to address, and then I made bullet items for each talking point on that topic. And then I just recorded straight through it. Brought it into post-production, glued some things together, did a little screencast session to show you the text editor part of things, and pulled it all together, and now I'm recording in Camtasia showing you and talking about how it was all done. Hopefully this helps for you to understand how you really pull an entire lecture together. And then it's all Swiss cheesing. It's all part of a big outline for the entire course. You move on to the next lecture and you do it all over again. If you have 40 lectures in your course, then you're going to be doing it 40 times. And I've got 13 courses out there now, so I think I've done this somewhere around 400 times. It gets to be old hat after a while. So good luck, and I hope that this works out well for you and that Udemy and course creation becomes something you want to spend time doing.